Hi everybody, it's Murphy, aka Lost in Vegas VSG. I apologize, I have not come at you in 6 weeks, and I was trying to figure out how do I get back on track with talking to you guys. I just want to apologize. I've had a few things happen, life, and also phone number 1, and now phone number 2. I love my iPhone, but I don't think it loves me. Anyway, today is August 30th, 2018, and I had my surgery here in Las Vegas at Desert Springs Hospital with Dr. Atkinson, and I came to you guys originally on April 23rd at 257 pounds, and today, being the 30th, I'm actually in Wonderland, 199.1. So let me share with you the weeks that I have missed. I actually came at you at week 12, which was July 16th at 210. Then week 13, July 23rd, was 207.4. Week 14, July 30th, was 207.8. Week 15 was August 6th, 206 pounds, 0.6. Week 16, August 13th, 208.3. Week 17, August 20th, 203. Week 18, which is this last Monday, August 27th, was 201.1. And now today, like I say, I just thought I'd share with you since I'm recording today, August 30th, Thursday, is 199.1. So that is a total loss of 57.9 pounds. I have 52.1 pounds left. When I started, my BMI was 47, and I was obese class 3. Today my BMI is 36.4, and that's obese class number 2. Those are the stats. I will say that between on week 14 and week 15, there was a gain, but I also started my period. So was that, and why I'm starting my period is beyond me. Over the last year and a half, I had one prior in May of 2016, then maybe 2 times, almost exactly to the date of my birthday. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Maybe I'm premenopausal. Maybe the period's starting again because of losing weight. I'm not really sure. I don't have a technical answer for that. Also, in talking to you on week 12, which was July 16th, on the 17th, I went and had my 3-month update, and I talked to you guys about feeling pressure, and maybe the doctor was going to maybe look into a procedure. So I meet with him on the September 4th to talk about maybe doing an endoscopy. I think my banana might have a crook in it, because I don't think you should have an ounce or 2 of food and feel so much pressure. So I'm considering having a endoscopy where they just go down and maybe see if there is a little bend in it, a crook in it, and then they can also take a balloon and kind of stretch that out. We're going to look at that, because as I said, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos on this procedure because I was nervous about, what's it like to have a hiatal hernia fixed, which I did, and that's not uncommon for people to have. And just certain myths about this, like there was a girl that was like, oh, you can't burp anymore, which was almost stopping me from getting this procedure. I don't know why. I just want to know, what do you mean you can't burp? And then, being able to drink water. Nobody would really ever say, oh, sip, sip, sip. I didn't get that. Will we always just be able to sip? I can tell you coming right out the gate, maybe I wasn't practicing enough, but I can drink plenty of water. If I do drink too much water, I might feel a little bit of pressure right here. So I just might go like that, or I just might move around a little bit, and then it goes down. Mostly I don't do that. I just want to show you that you don't, by all means, sip. But if you drank a little bit more than a sip, nothing's going to happen to you. That's what I wish that somebody would have explained. I still measure my food, but now I don't really need to. I threw away all my big plates, so now I just have, like, cup and saucer plates. And for me, that works, but I did measure everything very much so in the beginning, because I didn't want to have any problems with throwing up or whatnot. Which, oh, and by the way, if I'm full, that's what happens. Is you get a little burp. It's kind of fun, or maybe just a weird little hiccupy thing. It's funny. It's funny. Let's see. So stats are out of the way. Maybe why I gained the thing. Period. I will say that I was, when you hear people say, "Oh, you can't have carbonation anymore," and as I said, please understand, I'm just telling you my feelings, and I just wanted to kind of I want to see what would happen if I drank carbonation. So, like, on like that first week in August, my daughter and I went with some friends, and we saw a play up in the mountains. And it's kind of like where you bring a picnic, and my friends had Coronas. And I really haven't had any alcohol except for maybe like 2 glasses of wine, a half in the last 4 months. More so maybe 6 weeks out for my birthday. So there wasn't really an issue with carbonation. It kind of felt different and unique. And I can tell you that just a few sips of beer, I was feeling good. I'm not sure what alcohol, I'm not sure how alcohol is supposed to make us feel. I know that people that have gastric bypass can not drink as much alcohol, or alcohol stays with you longer, so there's threats of possible going over levels for DUI. That's something that you need to do your own research on and ask your doctor. But, so I didn't really have any problems with the carbonation. I do not want to get back into drinking sodas. I've had a sip of something here and there, and it's too sweet. Which brings me back to sweets now. So some people that have the gastric bypass, they're supposed to maybe not be able to tolerate sweets and have more dumping, whereas, excuse me, it says battery low. Whereas with the sleeve, I guess sugars aren't supposed to be something that affect you so much. But I can tell you that my kid had a counseling appointment, and the woman has a big thing of, it's 61 days till Halloween. But she had a bunch of the miniatures, so I got like a little Butterfinger. Or was it a Kit Kat? A Butterfinger, excuse me. And I ended up spitting it out because half of it went down, and I'm just not a big sugar fan, which, thank you, because that's where my tool is working, because I could eat a handful of miniatures and try to justify it as, oh, well, maybe that's only 1 chocolate bar. So sweets, for me, that they just don't really do it. I've had sherbet or sorbet, not so bad, but only a bite. If I could find something that didn't have that sweet taste to it, that's something that's changed for me. I'm finding out certain foods here and there that, you'll have to discover that yourself. I've only had a few times where things come up, which takes me to acid reflux. I had acid reflux pretty bad before surgery. Didn't have it 10 days after, but I think they pumped me up with so many proton inhibitors that I didn't have that. I don't take acid reflux pills often. I do have them, but as I said, I think I'm learning the foods to really actually not eat anymore. I've had certain things come up, but when I'm sleeping, so I've decided I just can't eat 2 to 3 hours before I go to bed, and then I won't have that problem. You don't want to be waking up with like a regurgitation in your mouth. That's horrible. Takes me to sleep apnea. That's gone. Thank you, Jesus. And my activity level is out the roof. I was going to say, I'm sorry. Keep forgetting I should say this early on. I'm not sick in any type of way to lose my hair. I lost my hair as a kid. It's alopecia areata totalis universal. So basically where hair grows, I don't have it. I might get a wild one here and there, which is so weird. But my fingernails are a little bit more brittle So I have to get a better form of biotin. I was cutting my toenails for a trip the other day, and the little, I don't know, the spring on the clipper kind of hit my thumbnail, and my thumbnail broke down. It broke off, not the whole fingernail, but a 25% of it, to where you bleed. And oh my God, that was no fun. That's been almost 3 weeks since that happened, and now I just have a little stubby fingernail, but at least it's out of the quick now. Which brings me to physical activity. When we were down in La Jolla and played with the seals on the beach, which was amazing. The hotel was right up here, and in between the buildings was a stairwell to get to the beach. Man, I just looked at that and went, oh my God. But as I went down with the breeze, went up, except for a few photo ops, there was no problem. So non-scale victories are being able to reach over to clip my toenails, tie my shoes, not have the vein pop out of my head, and or be out of breath, or walking around on the beach, or walking up the stairs, or Mount Charleston. It's 8,000 feet up, and the elevation, and walking around with my kid, no problem. So those are wonderful things. Also, clothing is been a unique experience. I was a men's 4X at work in my shirt, and now I changed over to a woman's 3X, and now I tried on an extra large the other day. The clothes are cut really, the shirts are really cut short, cut tight, cut little. So it's a 1X that I'm in, and then I'm embarrassed to say, but my waist size was a 51, 52, and I've just been wearing those and then putting extra notches in my belt, and then I found some 38 black pants in my closet, and they fit. So that's cool. This used to be one of my favorite shirts. It fit me really tight, and now this is my shirt. So my shirt is loose, and this is, there's some loose skin hanging around places. Not so bad anywhere else. I'm just more self-conscious of this because, when I go like this, or, a friend of mine used to say, do you have a goiter? So this all used to be full, If you look back at my videos, they were full, but I always had this kind of hanging, and maybe with 52 more pounds, maybe it'll go away, and maybe it won't, and maybe that'll be something that I address. Who knows? But some loose skin, or being able to climb a rock and climb a mountain and climb and play with my kid and hike and everything, that's wonderful. Or no sleep apnea. Or I used to do this thing where I took my hand and, be able to touch my fingers, and I used to have to do this really weird stance to try to do it. And now I can almost stand straight and do it. It's a weird thing, but so that's pretty much all my God, I can't get this down past 13 minutes, 14 minutes. So I'll just say this. If you're considering this, I maybe wish I could have done it earlier in my life. However, sometimes you're not ready until you're ready. When you've hit I can't take it anymore. And the thing is, if food was your comfort food and you use food to comfort yourself, you're going to have to find a different way, because if you use your tool appropriately, you're not going to want to binge or overeat or do slider foods. You're going to want to do the right thing. I'm happy that one little piece of candy was I lost my sucker, but a regular, just a few licks, I'm done. Because I just don't like it. But, it's the whole thing. You got to eat to live, not live to eat. And, you can still have a bite here and a bite there. You just can't have a whole... I threw away all my big plates. I only have, saucers. For my kid, I have a few big plates. I made her nachos last night. Laid down the chips, did the ground beef, did some cheese, threw some other little vegetable things on there, heated it up. Dude, I could only have 1 chip, 2 chips with the stuff on it. And I was good. And I even felt maybe that's not the best thing, but you want to be able to still, enjoy life. And then we went to Trader Joe's, and they had some tomato pasty pesto-y thing, and they had it on the bread, and I just took and ate the pesto-y thing, and my kid wanted to, you know, gulp, gulp, gulp with the bread. So, like I say, you'll learn. Trial and error. We got Domino's pizza the other night. I haven't had pizza in 4 months. I get the thin crust, so it's cut kind of like squares like that. So there's 4 edges that end up having like baby slices, like Barbie doll slices. And you know, really that was good for me. So it's a learning experience, and it's basically I shock myself every now and then, like, whoa, remember what I used to eat? So, sorry I was away so long, but I also didn't want to be a Debbie Downer and just, you know, I say be kind to one another, and if you have children with somebody and you're no longer you're not a together unit, or even if you were with someone while you help raise kids, and if you still want to see kids, don't put them in the middle of your crap. Try to get along with your ex, male, female, whatever. Just remember how much you loved each other at one point in time, and now you got to do that for the kid. And I'm still waiting for my co-partner to want to do that, and it sucks because the kid gets caught in the middle. And with all those stressors, and just life is tough enough without having a custody issue or a job issue or the loss of your parent. I lost my mom. It's been 1.5 years, and well, I still feel like she's kind of just hovering over me, telling me, good job, kid. And also, I was going to say, with that, I don't know, as you lose weight, maybe you don't want to have so much clutter in your house. You know, everything, things that were important might not be as important. Putting yourself first, it just gives you a different perspective on life. And I hope that whoever watches this, like I said, I'm sorry I was away for so long, and I never gave up on my program, and even in that absence, I'm down almost 11 pounds, and 11 pounds in 6 weeks is good. Your average should be maybe about 8 pounds a month if you're doing the right stuff. If you're very, very heavy, of course you're gonna lose more. But I only have 2 more pounds to hit my goal weight, and I'm very happy about that. So, as long as this video may be, it's everything that I want to say. And once again, be kind to one another. Think about the karma that you collect and that you're put out. And keep your faith strong. And it's really not that bad of a world. There's a lot of good in this world. So take the time and smell the roses. And be good to yourself. See you next week. Bye, everyone. Lost it in Vegas, VSG.